WOLFPACK was an elite squad of clone troopers from the Grand Army of the Republic, part of 104th Battalion. They were led by Jedi General Plo Koon with Commander Wolffe. These clones were present during many important battles of the Clone Wars, most famously during Malevolence campaign at the Battle of Abrigado. They were among few Republic forces that faced their separatist superweapon, and only few of them survived this brutal attack. Small group of Wolffe, Sinker, Boost, along with their Jedi General, survived only with the aid of Anakin Skywalker and Ahsoka Tano. They were later present at the Battle of Felucia. There they fought side by side with Anakin, Ahsoka and 501st. Their combined forces were unstoppable, and were also part of Republic Strike Force during Battle of Kedavo on a mission to rescue enslaved Torgruda. Later in the war, WOLFPACK assisted Plo Koon in an investigation of Jedi Master Sifo Dyas's death. Plo Koon investigated Jedi Master Sifo Dyas's death by tracking a faint, long distress signal to moon orbiting Obadiah. Braving harsh dust storms with WOLFPACK, they located the wrecked shuttle and also found Sifo Dyas's lightsaber, which led to the discovery of decade-old mystery. They were fan favorite. Even though they didn't get as much attention as some other clones, they really stood out. They wore grey armor, which was unique and intentional, and they didn't always have this color. They switched to grey as a sign of mourning for their fallen brothers. Their armor was also marked with the wolf's paintings, which became their symbol. Also, their commander was named Wolffe, and he had this unique helmet that very few clones had, which made him one of the coolest looking clones. When we look at Rex, for example, that's also part of why he's so iconic. He had one of the most unique clone armors. Wolffe was similar to Rex with that, and that made him special and made him stand out even more. Also, his scar on his eye made him look menacing, tough, and it was a really interesting mystery behind that. He was actually injured by Sith assassin Asajj Ventress. She struck him with a lightsaber, but he survived, and even with this injury he was able to lead WOLFPACK. The last time we truly saw them in the Clone Wars series was during the arrest of Ahsoka Tano, when we saw that she was falsely accused of bombing Jedi Temple. Wolffe was the one who stunned her. So where were they during the end of the war, and did they execute Order 66? When we look at Plo Koon, we might find answers. Plo Koon appears in Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith, where we witness clones execute Order 66 on him in this tragic scene. His final battle took place on Cato Nemoidia shortly before Battle of Coruscant. Cato Nemoidia is fog-covered planet with bridge cities suspended above acidic oceans, and it is homeworld of Nemoidians, who were members of Confederacy of Independent Systems. Many separatist operations took place there because of that, and Newt Gunray, member of the Separatist Council, was also from this planet. Republic decided to attack Cato Nemoidia, as I said, shortly before Battle of Coruscant, due to its strategic importance, as victory would bring them closer to ending the war. Plo Koon fought mostly in his starfighter during this battle, as he was one of the Jedi Order's best pilots. Republic forces were victorious, and shortly afterwards, Plo Koon, Captain Jack and other pilots went on reconnaissance flight. That's when Order 66 was issued by Darth Sidious. Unaware of this happening, Plo Koon was caught off guard and was gunned down from behind without hesitation. However, these were not WOLFPACK clones. Jack and the other pilots were part of 442nd Siege Battalion, clones with green markings who specialized in terrain vehicles. That's why they didn't hesitate. They didn't know Plo Koon as well as WOLFPACK did. Like with Rex and Ahsoka, there was a slight hesitation on Rex's part, even with the inhibitor chip. We know that Wolffe served the Empire early on, meaning he was active during Order 66 with his men. We later see older Wolffe in Star Wars Rebels, where he has already removed the inhibitor chip, though it's unclear when exactly that happened. He is the only one of these three surviving clones who attacks Kanan. It's almost like reflex or old programming kicking in. Henry Gilroy, one of the writers of the show, speculated that Wolffe likely removed his inhibitor chip after Order 66 and later regretted it. That interpretation adds a lot of emotional weight to this character. From this we can decide that Wolffe was active during Order 66, and it's really likely that he killed or helped to kill Jedi, though we don't know which one. Wolffe was not like Rex or others. Unlike them, he didn't choose to leave early. I would compare him to Commander Cody. Their stories are very similar. Both of them executed Order 66, later regretted it, and eventually left the Empire. But was it too late? Unlike Wolffe, we don't know what happened to Cody, but both of them left much later than others during the Empire's beginnings. Was Wolffe secretly present in Revenge of the Sith during the same battle Plo Koon fought in? As I mentioned, we don't see WOLFPACK in the movie, but there was also ground battle in the cities. It's possible that WOLFPACK was present there, fighting under another Jedi general against droids. In Star Wars Legends there was this cancelled game, Battlefront 3, that featured Cato Neimoidia, and besides Plo Koon there was another Jedi there named Master Ferodo, and he was on ground on this briefing and he was executed during Order 66. Well, the game was never released, it is part of Star Wars Legends continuity, and that gives us idea of what might have happened with WOLFPACK. Briefing after major battle could be followed by Order 66 if they were there. I also can imagine Jedi causing heavy casualties to WOLFPACK, which might explain why Wolffe was most fearful of Kanan among 3 clones. There is also a big possibility that WOLFPACK was not on Cato Neimoidia at all. There was a high chance they were on Coruscant. We've seen Wolffe assisting Coruscant Guard before, so it's very possible WOLFPACK would be present during Order 66, hunting down Jedi attempting to escape Temple. That would make Clone Wars Season 5 a bit of foreshadowing for that. They had been through a similar situation before, but now they wouldn't be arresting Jedi, something worse. The last possibility is that WOLFPACK returned to Felucia, as we saw heavy Republic involvement near the end of the war there. There was also battle happening, and we saw that Ella Secura was there present with her Star Corps. Could WOLFPACK been there as well? Their expertise on this hostile world of Felucia made the Republic send them as reinforcements. It was one of the most dangerous and, as I said, hostile worlds during the war, filled with deadly fauna and carnivorous flora. On Felucia, separatists were not the only enemy for Republic forces. The ability to adapt was crucial, so I think it would really make sense for WOLFPACK to be present at Felucia during the end of the war. It's a shame we never got definitive answer to that in the Clone Wars, and even Wolffe's return in Star Wars The Bad Batch didn't give us clear clue, only confirmation that he was still serving Empire from the start, but he was conflicted. What do you think? Where was WOLFPACK during Order 66? What are your theories? Let me know in the comments down below. This video takes a lot of my time, so to support me you can like, comment, subscribe or share. I'll see you next time.